What is going on, guys, and welcome into the video. So the stock market is just getting destroyed right now, so I wanted to take a look at the top 10 stocks trending on Yahoo right now. And man, are there some crazy stocks on this list, and ones that I honestly never discuss here on this channel. I'll let you know what is trending and give you my take on each as we have a little bit of fun today, because honestly the sea of red has just been relentless this past week, so let's have a good time with it. I just ask in exchange for you to gently tap that like button and consider subscribing too. It's super easy to do if you like the truth about the hype and the fact that I have never and will never ever take a single dollar from any really crypto broker or anything else like that. Yes, I get offers daily, and yes, it's sometimes for a lot of money, and yes, I honestly delete them all without even opening them anymore. They're just kind of silly because they come all the time. If Apple wants to sponsor me, I'll happily sing their praises all day long and let them be a sponsor, as I use and love their products. And it's not a Ponzi scheme masquerading as a legitimate way to make 30% returns on your money for staking or whatever the heck all that is. Heck, I would probably do it for an Apple t-shirt if Apple would sponsor me, but I'll at least try to get a phone or headphones or something like that, so I don't want to ruin my negotiation strategy, so I'm not going to say anymore. Let's just zip it up right there. And if anyone has a hookup at Apple, I'm happy and ready to talk to them. All right, enough goofing off. Let's get down to the top 10 stocks trending on Yahoo Finance, and I'll tell you if I think they are great or garbage. And before we get rolling, let me know what stocks are trending in your portfolio right now, or basically what stocks have you been adding during this latest downturn. So coming in at number 10 is Amazon, and I think you guys know my thoughts on this stock. I love seeing all the negative commentary around this stock, since apparently nobody studies how they've run the business for over 2 decades now or so, and are just shocked that they run it with an emphasis on growth and like a growth company pouring money back into the company like a growth stock would, instead of putting all that money towards profits. But for me, I honestly just need to ask myself these few questions. Will people be buying more stuff or less stuff on Amazon in 5 years? And will AWS be larger in 5 years, or will it be smaller in 5 years? And will Amazon continue to take market share from physical retail over the next 5 years? Depending upon how you answer those questions, you either love it or hate it, but for me, this company is not only great, but the stock also is a great buy for me. Coming in at number 9 is Bitcoin, and let's talk about it, guys. I rarely talk about crypto at all on this channel, so we need to talk about it. Crypto has not panned out to be the inflation hedge everyone said it was going to be, or a recession hedge, or whatever the heck else it was supposed to be. Now slow down, I do think eventually crypto will have a place, but not until there's regulation and we know how the US government is looking at it and how they're going to properly regulate it, and they may even create their own crypto coin. Which basically flies in the face of all the crypto arguments like it's decentralized and it's not fiat currency and it's the future to get away from all those nasty governments. And as soon as I heard that, I kind of went as if those governments just won't simply make it illegal if it really does impact fiat and their power more importantly. Like the governments are just going to say,
yeah, sure, Apple or whatever retailer, just accept Bitcoin and not dollars because, crypto, bro.
It's silly, but I do think it has a place for sure, and it will be the future in some form. But until we have all the details on what the government is going to do, and there's an actual use case that messes with that regulation, it's a solid garbage rating for me right now. And I'm sure all the crypto fans will be crushing me in the comments soon, just like the AMC guys do anytime I say 100K is impossible per share. So at number 8, we have Beyond Meat, and I actually looked hard at this one about a year and a half ago or so, as I wanted exposure to the space, but at the time it was crazy overvalued with little growth potential, so I went with Tattooed Chef instead, which has also cratered as well, so I guess I picked the wrong category altogether to invest in. Now, I still think Tattooed Chef's growth prospects are better than Beyond Meat long term if they can avoid more drama with the reporting and focus on actually growing that business instead. But Beyond Meat's execution for over a year now has not been good, so it's firmly in the garbage category for me until they can turn that around. And at number 7, we have Wynn Resorts. And I'll be honest, I don't know a lot about Wynn Resorts, and I have not studied this type of stock in probably 2 decades. Now, I do think gambling is going to become more mainstream, but I also think the largest growth is going to happen online and not in physical casinos. Now, I don't go often, but when I do go, there are more folks closer to 80 than 20 gambling, so that's not really a good sign there. And most folks that I know that do gamble bet on sports, and I don't know a single one of them that doesn't do that online instead of going into the physical casino. Now, maybe Wynn has a grand plan to move and derive huge revenue online, but until then, it fits in the garbage category for me. And I know there's a lot of garbage so far, but I didn't make the list, guys. And I don't know why they're trending, and it's not going to get better because coming in at number 6, we have Wish or Context Logic. I actually thought that stock went under, but I guess it's under $1 now. But I didn't like it when it was all the rage here on YouTube and everyone was promoting it as the next 10x play, and it ran up over $30 on fairies and rainbows and wishes. So after constant hounding in the comments section for me to look at it, I took a look and basically went, no way, I have no idea what is at 30, much less whatever the 10xing from there. Maybe something's changed, I have no idea, but it's a solid garbage play to me. Moving on to number 5, we have Roblox, and this stock actually interests me just a little bit as we have a few big believers in our group that really see a bright future with this stock despite its recent struggles on earnings calls. So I'm going to try to withhold judgment as I need to do more due diligence, but I am forced to put it in the garbage category for now, as I do see some red flags like the growth numbers just not being there. And I'm sorry guys, I know you're going to crush me over in my group. I apologize, but that's just the way I looked at it from a quick point of view here. And speaking of the metaverse, number 4 was Meta. And I know it's controversial, and I know many don't believe in it, but at its price just 1 week ago in the 80s, it was a screaming bargain. And even at its price today, it's still a screaming bargain to me, and you see how big it moves just on the news that Meta cutting 11,000 employees. And I guess not putting that in earnings call and seeing several $1 billion leave your net worth was enough to get sucked to finally commit to this. But him not doing it on the earnings was a benefit to those of us looking to buy, as you could buy it in the 90s and the 80s, and then it just rocketed up over 100 again on this announcement. I know it's not for everyone, but I was buying like crazy when it fell under 100, and to me, it is in the running for the best value in the stock market right now, so it falls squarely if I could talk. Anyways, it falls squarely in the great territory for me. So at number 3, we have Rivian. And I have to put it in a category, unfortunately, so it's garbage to me. But if there was a middle category, which it's my video, so I have no idea why I didn't include one, but we are filming now, so I don't have a middle category. Anyways, I own Amazon, which means I own a lot of the Rivian that I want, and I prefer my exposure to be like that instead of owning actually shares outright. We'll see what Rivian does in the future to me, but that's completely unknown for now, but I got to put it in a category, so it's got to go in the garbage category, guys. And at number 2, you have Unity Software, which is a big play for ARK for quite some time now, after actually selling part of its initial big stake in 2021 to buy Palantir, which of course she dumped after it was near its all-time lows because a la carte bangs on tables or whatever, and then those are indicators of stock performance in this newer investing or something like that. I don't know, I can't figure it out. Now, I know I shouldn't bag on her too much and kick her while she's down, but I'm not sure I agree with this pick. With year-over-year revenue only being 8% last quarter and net income being down 37% year-over-year that same quarter, things are not trending in the right direction, so they could be in some trouble. So from what I saw, I see it firmly in the garbage category. And at number 1, we have Nikola, and it's the hottest stock in the stock market. All right, maybe not. I was just kidding, guys. The real number 1 is Tesla. And I think everyone in our YouTube community here knew this stock would be trending to say the least when it dipped well below the $200 mark. Don't know about you, but I made my biggest buys on Tesla this year so far this week, and the buy alerts were going off like crazy yesterday in the group. I think this photo pretty much sums up the group's cash position after all the buying, but we are actively selling our grandmas to have cash ready if we get another leg down on Tesla, and I don't even have a grandma, guys. So grandma only goes on sale if the stock is great and Tesla is great. And if you want to see all my buys in real time, see my watch list with price targets, and take 5 courses for free so you can analyze the stock, create a plan, do a valuation, and set price targets, and have direct access to me and an incredible community to support you through all of this garbage and all this mess, make sure you check out the pinned comment and see if being a member is the right fit for you. And click this video here to see my plan to make huge money during this downturn. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.